actually talked to me almost 2 years ago about doing a painting. He knew the 125th was coming up, and we talked on the phone about it. And then almost a year passed, and we met. Gary called me before World Dairy Expo last year and asked if I was still interested in doing a piece for them for celebration of their 125th anniversary. And I said of course, and we ended up meeting at Expo. We had sort of a staff meeting. There were 5 or 6 people from Hoard's and myself, and we really started to kick around the idea of what would be a great celebration painting to talk about the 125th anniversary. Hoard's was interested in doing sort of a collage image painting to depict the moments in history or the moments in time. And you know, after we talked about it and threw out some different ideas, we came up with an idea of incorporating moments in time and part of the history of the dairy industry. And then we were talking about what to actually paint, and we were discussing concepts of pastoral scenes and a mixed herd because of course we wanted to include all the cattle. And in the end we came up with the idea of recreating and updating the foster mother of the human race painting, just because cows have changed considerably in the last 25 years and they are a little milkier, a little more capacity, and we decided that it would definitely be, plus it's a synonymous message. When you think of foster mothers, you know, you think of Hoard's Dairyman, and it just seemed like a good fit. Actually, I started doing the gathering of my material and got the pencil sketch together around January and submitted that to Hoard's Dairyman, and their committee did basically a critique, and we communicated back and forth on the phone and through emails about which cows needed to be moved and the placement of certain cows. One thing we wanted to do was we wanted to show full body views on some of the cows, and we wanted to show the mammary system and the feet and legs, and you know, and really the money end of the cow is the mammary system, and one of the most beautiful features of the cow. And so in this painting we actually accomplished that. We've got 3 cows where you see almost full body and the mammary system and the udder, and that's good, and it makes it unique and different from some of the other versions. I think I actually started the painting in February, and I start all my paintings with an underlayer of burnt sienna and turpentine, which is kind of a wash, but I take the painting from a white canvas to almost a completed detail painting with this one color. So it looks like a sepia tone kind of a painting, almost done to completion. And that really is the foundation, laying in the shadows, the highlights, you get your proportions correct. The whole painting is at a good working stage at that point. And that's really when the colors starts to come into play and the fun begins, because then I start to work with a full palette of paint. And on this painting I chose to work the cows first and go into the background second. I really couldn't wait to get to the cows, and I knew that the most challenge and the success of the painting would lie in these cows coming off looking perfect and showing complete breed character, and that they were proportionately correct to each other, and that the individuality of each cow would come through, showing the right breed character. So I moved along between February and April, completing the painting work on all the cows, and then from there I moved into the background. And then the very final stage of the painting was going back in and putting the glare in the eye and the shine on the rib cage and adjusting any highlights and shadows. And the glaze work is the finished part of the painting, and I finished that probably around the 1st of May or so, and got it approved through Hoard's Dairyman, and from there we came to town with it to take it to the printer.